Hello from District 1 in Ho Chi Minh City. Now this is probably the most touristy part of town. It's definitely one of the most touristed. And so we're starting right here on the waterfront, and we're gonna have a little look around here. And then we're gonna take a little walk around District 1, show you a few of the things that there are to do, and maybe we might even take the water bus, which goes to different parts of town, and show you what that is like. So we're not really sure exactly what we're gonna do today, but just stick with us and we'll show you some good stuff.
Tran Hung Dao was a Vietnamese prince who fought off 3 major Mongol invasions in the 13th century.
So it's not always easy to walk because of the motorbikes parked everywhere and the little kind of restaurant set up on the street that we just walked past, but this is a nice kind of easy place to walk here. So I think that we're about to head and get a coffee somewhere, is that right?
Yeah, let's get a coffee.
Vietnam's famous for its coffee, and so we have kind of the I guess Vietnamese version of Starbucks that we really liked last time, so we're gonna go and finally have one of those.
Hey guys. Hello. How are you? Can you speak English?
No.
No, that's English.
Welcome to Vietnamese.
Ah, I don't speak Vietnamese. Hello.
Yeah.
Are you good? The lunch is good?
Good.
Okay, have a nice day.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, so we just go for a wander to this cafe that's pretty famous in Vietnam called Trang Nguyen. As Steph said, it's their kind of franchise version of Starbucks. Makes very nice coffee. Strong. Generally strong is how I find it. Just trying to get our bearings as we walk around. There's a beautiful old colonial building. And Hong San Hotel. That's the sister hotel to the one we stayed in when we were here last.
Alright, so here we are.
Yeah, I think we found our coffee shop, so let's go in and see what's on offer. Changed a bit since we were last here. Hello. Alright, the menu. So we've decided to get 2 Legend ice milk coffees. They're the dearest coffee in the menu, so we'll see how they are. Should be pretty good. And there's even a Turkish connection.
So our coffees have arrived. It was 198,000 dong, which is about $9 US for both of them. And if you look here, they look pretty decadent. I'm pretty excited about this. As Susan mentioned, it's the most expensive one on the menu, so I have big expectations. Let's see what it tastes like. It's good. It's very sweet. Probably sweeter than I would normally have, but yeah, delicious.
And we also have a cookie.
Little biscuit.
Alright, so that went down in like 10 seconds flat. As you can see, mostly ice. Very nice, very delicious. For the price, it's kind of the same price as Starbucks. I would say from my experience with Starbucks in Vietnam so far, that's better. Maybe we chose the wrong coffee. didn't taste very coffee-like, quite sweet, and it's all ice. And your summer?
Well, for me, it was a little bit too sweet. So I think I'm still drinking it. It's still good. But next time, I'm going to get the cheaper iced coffee and see what the difference is. I think it actually might be more my style.
Yeah, and might be more real coffee.
Yeah.
That wasn't even cream on top. That was just
Frothy
milk.
milk, yeah.
Yeah, so I would have thought for the price, you'd get something a little more decadent.
Yeah. The presentation's lovely.
Yeah, presentation was nice.
And the Vicky was good too. So.
Okay, so we've just had our coffee. We're back out on the streets. Behind us we have the Opera House.
Yep. So it's just a short walk from where we were having coffee, and you get to this area. And besides the Opera House, we also have the Caravelle Hotel. Now, if you are interested in war hotels or anything like that, it's really famous for during the Vietnam War, because if you're on the roof, which we've been on a few times, you get a great view of the city, and the war correspondents actually used to go up there during the war to get their photos and to hang out and things. It's got really great spicy peanuts you can have with your beer.
Yeah, so all the journalists during the Vietnam War stayed at the Caravelle, and they would hang out on the rooftop there looking for where bombs had hit, and then they'd go out and chase the bombs to get their stories. And this whole area is very interesting. We have Hotel Continental over there. As we said, here's the Opera House. So this whole square is downtown center of Saigon, really.
And we're noticing a really interesting phenomenon here is that there are a lot of photographers, and you can see there's some wedding photographers here, but also just generally young people dressed kind of cool with a whole photography entourage around them, and they're getting their photos taken at all the sites and everything, dressed. Sometimes we saw a girl with like a big hoodie on, and it was in, you know,
Beats headphones
in Ho Chi Minh City. So it didn't really fit like the heat, but obviously it's what looks cool.
Yeah, so everyone's a wannabe influencer these days, and we can see there's a wedding happening over there.
So
all right.
We came out today with absolutely no intention of going to the Caravelle, but here we are.
Yes.
It's 12:15, so it's a respectable time to go up for a drink.
Yes, and we want to show you the 360 views of the city, so Caravelle's the best place to do that. So let's go inside. I'm not sure if they'll let me film inside, but we'll try. Hello guys. Beautiful hotel. So if you've got some money, you're feeling flushed and you want to stay somewhere nice in Ho Chi Minh, definitely recommend the Caravelle. It was back here, wasn't it, the lift?
We haven't been here this time around, so this is the first time this time, and we're trying to remember where everything is. I've got high tea.
That's pretty good. Rightio, let's go up. So rooftop, level 9. All right, we've come up and it's closed unfortunately until 4 p.m. So 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock is too early for a beer. There's city skyline views. So let's walk back around. Oh. So there's the Opera House down there. That's where we just were.
And you can see the church in the distance. It's actually undergoing renovation, and so unfortunately it's got a lot of scaffolding around it right now, so it doesn't look as beautiful as it usually does.
No, but there's the view. This is probably the premier table. Looking beautiful, Saigon.
And so we will be back sometime after 4 o'clock someday to enjoy a beer up here. But today we can just show you the view.
On the way up the stairs to the 10th floor where the bar is, they have some historical episodes from the hotel's history on the walls. It's quite interesting for those who are into this stuff. 1980s. '70s. You can see the streets a lot less developed. You can see how elegant the women dressed back then, before Western clothes were adopted. 1960s. This was when Associated Press stayed here during the Vietnam War. And 1950s. Such heady days.
And you can see here that you could stay for $9 in the 1960s at the Continental or Majestic, but if you wanted to fork out more, you could spend $13 for a room at the Caravelle.
Wow.
So I guess it's a lot more expensive now.
Yes, and still that's quite a bit more expensive. That's another 50% more expensive than other hotels of the day. So obviously top-notch hotel, the Caravelle. Definitely recommend coming here for a beer, hey?
Definitely. We loved it.
We loved it when we came before, yeah.
So it's unfortunate that we've already had a coffee, because on our little walkabout today, we've come across a Kong Cafe. And this is a very interesting, very Vietnamese type of cafe. It's a chain. It started in Hanoi, and it is communist-inspired decor, those types of things. So it's very fitting that it started in Hanoi. But now they have these chains everywhere. So we've been to one already a couple of days ago. We were at one last time. Really interesting, and we'll take you into it in the future one time and really show you the inside. Very interesting place.
Yeah, these cafes also have quite different coffees as well.
Yes.
Coconut with coffee and other mixtures. So
Yeah, very interesting place.
yeah, very interesting. Hello, how are you? Are you good? What are you selling? Oh, some like decorations. Oh, the cats might like that.
It's
How much is it? How much is it? How much?
I love you.
Oh, you love me? Thank you. Ah.
I love you.
Oh, thank you. How sweet. Yeah, so she's got them in the little tubes here.
Yeah,
Ask
let's
her.
see. How much? How much one?
3,000?
3,000 for that one?
Maybe. What's the mouse made
Or is
out
it
of?
30?
Can you feel it?
It rolls, but I don't think, I don't think it's as,
It's safe for them?
yeah, I think that that's better.
Okay.
Is it 3 or 30? Who knows?
I don't know. Try 3. I don't think it'd be 30.
Well, 30 is almost nothing.
30 is like $2 or something.
Okay, so is it 3? Oh God.
Is it 3 or 30? Get 3 out.
I can't, you don't have 3.
Is this much? 1, 2,
2,000 dong.
2,000. How much is it?
She wants 30, I think. We only have 40.
Yeah.
30?
30.
This one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this one.
What color do we want?
I don't care. Red, pink.
Let's get a pink one. Okay.
Oh, there's your stick.
We have got to get a stick. Okay. Let's see how this goes.
Some change?
We'll see if we get change.
Well, we just bought a little mouse to drag along the floor. Really some rubbish that we don't need at all.
Costs about $1.30. But she was
$1.30 US.
$1.30 US, but she was a nice lady, so
She was.
they know how to get us.
They do. She used her charm.
Yep.
All right, even though we just bought that mouse, which we didn't need, I'm sure the cats will like it for like a whole 10 minutes. But
Destroy it.
they destroy it, and we have to be careful they don't swallow bits like the staples in it. We probably should have let that lady keep the 10,000. But you know, old habits die hard. We're budget backpackers for the most part when we travel, so we're not used to giving tips. Maybe later on when our finances improve a bit, we'll
Be a little bit more generous.
We'll be more generous, yeah. Anyway, we've just come across the post office, a beautiful grand building here in Ho Chi Minh City, built in 1886 until 1891 by the looks of it. That is an 8, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep.
It is.
So really gorgeous building. Used to be the post office, not anymore. Let's see if we can have a little look inside. These days are really hot in the city at the moment. This is the hot, wet season. Until it rains in the afternoon, it's really hot.
Quite steamy.
Yeah, steamy from the rain from the day before. Humidity is super high. Let's look at this grand old building. They certainly knew how to build them in those days, didn't they? Post offices were often the grandest building in the town. Picture of Uncle Ho on the back wall.
And yeah, it looks like it is still an operating post office.
Yeah. Yep. So we know where to post stuff home. The little trinkets. Dust collectors, I call them. And yeah, you can post, or you can pay your bills. And you can post parcels, etc. from here. Incredible building. Really beautiful. We don't spend money on buildings like this anymore. I don't know why. I guess they're rather elaborate and perhaps not so practical, but they certainly are beautiful. There are many colonial buildings like this in the city. I presume this is built by the French. Not entirely sure. We might look that up. Yes, indeed. I just asked Dr. Google, and he tells me emphatically that it was built and designed by the French when Vietnam was part of Indochina. So, not surprising. There's an old map of the city. Quite interesting. Certainly looks different from that now. Beautiful building. Quite cool in here too.
Ceilings and lots of fans.
Yeah, high ceilings and lots of fans. There's a cathedral across the road that we showed you from the top of Caravelle. You can see the scaffolding on it, the Notre Dame, Saigon. Yeah, there's quite a few beautiful colonial buildings in the city that I'm sure we'll show you over the coming months as we explore more and more of this incredible city and country. Hello, hello, what are you selling? Oh, you've got drinks, coconuts?
Coconut. Muffin you. You didn't?
I don't think Steph wants one. We're in a bit of a hurry.
Coconut.
No, thank you, no. How much is it?
$1.5. $30,000.
30,000. Okay,
Yeah.
maybe next time.
Oh no, I like you buy. I know. No, come back. You.
Oh, they're quite
My
persistent.
friends,
Yes,
they're softer than a lot of places, which makes you want to buy everything. Or at
yes,
least it makes me want to buy everything.
yeah, yeah. But we just had a drink and yeah. Whew. hot though, we could have done with one. More coffee shops. Streets here in Ho Chi Minh and anywhere in Vietnam for that matter are just lined with coffee shops. Coffee is by far the most popular drink. Far and away. You do get some tea here, but it's mostly floral teas, herbal teas. Hello, sir. Sorry. So yeah, we're just gonna head over to a cafe that we've been told about that is quite nice, and pick up just something small for lunch perhaps. Before we head back home. I'll turn this off for the moment and we'll turn it back on when we get to the cafe. Alright, we're still trying to find our way back to this cafe that's towards the waterfront. You can see the little seats. It's a real thing here in Vietnam. You sit on these little plastic chairs and have drinks or even dinner in the markets. That's how it's all set up. Very cute.
We need to double up though.
Yes, we might need 2 of those. Street stalls. So as we were making our way to this cafe down by the waterfront where we're going to stop and have something to eat, we came across the City Hall. This City Hall was built by the French. As you can see, it's a French style building. Probably one of the most glorious buildings in the whole city, quite frankly. Truly beautiful. And here we have Ho Chi Minh, the man himself, the leader of the North Vietnamese during the war. Alright, so if anyone is wondering how hot it is, it's the 29th of the 6th today. It's 38 degrees at 1 p.m. She's warm. And we haven't hit the hottest month yet. So we're probably looking to get up some days around 42, 43. Alright guys, so we've made it to Godmother Cafe, which is one of the nicest cafes in town. A little Western style with a little Vietnamese fusion, I guess. Let's have a look inside. So, Steph, you've had to come in, hey?
Yeah, it's getting a little bit of heat stress out there in the hot weather. So, well, this is where we were coming anyway. So, yeah, good timing. Came just in time.
Yeah, so you're suffering in 38 degrees?
Yeah, not that used to it really, and got less used to it with my time, like the last 12 years in New Zealand. Definitely got a lot less used to it.
Yeah, so I'll sit in here a bit, have a sandwich, or you're having avocado on toast?
I'm having avocado on toast, and then we're both having some beetroot juice to refresh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aussie-inspired cafe. Awesome. Ruby pancake.
Yum, thank you.
Yes. Good stuff.
Yeah, so how's that?
Refreshing. I love beetroot.
Yeah, beetroot's a great juice, good for your blood, very healthy. And as I said, you're having avocado and egg on toast.
Yep.
And I'm having a grilled cheese sandwich.
They're traditional Australian New Zealand, not traditional Vietnamese.
No. Anyway, something light and cheapish.
Yeah. Good aircon in here.
Yeah, good aircon. We're sitting under it too. We'll make the most of it. All right, let's enjoy, and we'll put this back on when our food arrives.
Yep, sounds good.
All right, so I got myself a grilled cheese sandwich with French onion. Looks delicious. Can't wait to try that. Let me have a bite. Yeah, not bad at all. Very oniony. What do you expect?
Avocado on sourdough bread. It's also got some feta and a poached egg on it and some dukkha. So I imagine this is going to be delicious.
Yes.
I haven't had anything like this in a long, long time.
Yes.
I'm not very good at cutting this type of bread, so I'll make a nice mess of it.
See that? It's like got feta spread. Looks good.
Very good.
Very good.
Highly recommend it.
Highly recommend. Godmother's, downtown Saigon.
Different day, different outfit, but here we are back at the Caravelle at Saigon Rooftop Bar. We're finally having our beer. We waited enough this time that it's finally time to have one. And yeah, so it's Saigon Bar, and you'll find that people call the city Saigon, and some people call the city Ho Chi Minh City. Sometimes it's reminiscent of the past. Thank you. Saigon rolls off the tongue a little bit more easily, that's for sure. But it also has to do with the war. Some that are more strongly supportive of the Communist Party might strictly call it Ho Chi Minh City. Others who are more romancing about the past might call it Saigon. I actually call it both, and it kind of depends on my mood and what I'm seeing in the city at the time. Sometimes she's Ho Chi Minh City to me, and sometimes she's Saigon. And I think that because it is such a diverse city with skyscrapers, with alleyways, with colonial buildings, I think it's really fitting that she has two names, two very different names that you can choose to call her depending on the mood. And that's what I feel here.
Yeah, sometimes Saigon suits better when you're discussing historical building, and Ho Chi Minh is more for the modern side of the city.
Exactly.
Yeah. A disclaimer, a couple of times I've called the river a Mekong tributary, and in fact it's not. Saigon River is not linked to the Mekong whatsoever. So my bad there, little geographical mistake. So, yep. Anyway, our beers have arrived.
Yes, so we'll just have a sip of these.
Cheers.
Cheers. And you know, look at that view. That's what you come here for. You know, it's not a cheap and cheerful place, but you get some of the best views of the city. We have the spicy peanuts I had mentioned earlier. Absolutely delicious. Beautiful place.
Certainly is, isn't it? And the peanuts. Wow, how incredible to be back in Vietnam and to be here at the Caravelle again. We had such a good time here back in December 2019. So it's just lovely to be back here. We've been in the city for almost 2 weeks exactly right now, and we're really enjoying it. People are friendly, but also practical and efficient. It's so lovely to get that combination, the softness of Southeast Asia with some efficiency and practicality that you find more in the Chinese. So really lovely, really enjoying it here, and I can't see us leaving anytime soon. And look at that view. Incredible to be back at the Caravelle. Definitely one of our favorite rooftop places. There are a few others though, and we'll also explore those in the coming days and weeks. But right now, let's enjoy where we're at. It's almost sunset. It rained a bit earlier, so hopefully it's finished for tonight. Look at those great views. The Hotel Continental straight down there. Opera House to our right. And at the end of this main road is the Notre Dame Church with the scaffolding, unfortunately, as we said earlier.
All right, so we've just had a nice session at Saigon. It's now time to head on home. So if you are in Saigon, in Ho Chi Minh City, and you want a nice rooftop bar, Caravelle is a great place to come. Yeah, had a great time tonight.
Yeah, we really enjoyed it, didn't we? Had a couple of beers, had some peanuts, watched the lights come on the city. Sorry, forgot to turn the GoPro on for that.
Sometimes you're too busy living the moment to worry about filming everything, so...
That's right. So we'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.
We're girls on the loose.
Bye-bye.